Thank you. If it wasn't for looking on Channel 3 on Saturday night, I wouldn't have known I'm on Sierra Meadows Drive, that it was a mandatory evacuation. And what's the process for actually needing to get out now? I mean, do the police come up or the sheriffs come up with bullhorns and yell at you? What's the process?
How many of you got evacuated by the police department? You'll know about it.
And is this written in a formal paper or package or something that we all have?
No, in fact, that's another thing that we're in the middle of working on is an evacuation plan for the canyon. That's something that the city council came to the fire department with. Steve, when was that?
About 4 months ago.
4 months ago, to try to have a plan together by October. So we're in the middle of that, and we're very fortunate on this fire. We were taking close notes as to how the evacuation went, the good and the bad.
One thing I'd like to add, I talked to the firemen on my street, and I asked them about the propane and the gasoline and all the other flammables. Should they be removed? I mean, they're in all of our garages. And he said, absolutely. So that'd be nice. We had a 3-day notice. I mean, I removed everything from my house. I hate to have the garage blow up when they're working on it.
We're lucky we got 30 minutes.
Yeah. Usually, but that's part of pre-planning.
Put that in the package.
That's part of pre-planning in the wildland. And that's what you can learn, again, from the Fire Safe Council meeting here every another commercial for the Fire Safe Council meeting. We practice that and teach that in the Fire Safe Council meetings. Right back here.
I got here a little late. Was anything discussed about number 1 Carter in heavy rains, if there are any this winter?
Bruce? Can't hear it.
That was not discussed. I've been up and looked at 1 Carter. I've had the county up there as well, and the majority of the burned area on 1 Carter is up above the county's existing debris basin. And that is one of the few debris basins that has actually been increased in size in the last 10 years. So the bulk of the burned area is going to flow into that debris basin and should be contained quite easily. The other areas that are downstream of the debris basin, the ridge lines that extend down into the property, those are not necessarily considered in the design of the temporary desilting basins that are on that property. That is something we're going to be reviewing with the county as well. So that's where we are on 1 Carter.
Mike?
I was just going to comment that the bulldoze is what I'm more concerned about than what is above the debris dam, which was built to take care of that mountainside, but there's an awful lot of bulldoze area there that I wonder what's going to happen when the rains come.
The bulldozed, the graded area, it will behave or perform just the way it did during this rainy season that we just went through. We had some significant rainfall events and really nothing left the site except the water.
I have a question about the Chantry Flats Road. I've lived up there now for 23 years up off Coyote Lane. And what is the possibility of the fire department, either fire or Arcadia Fire or Arcadia Police or Sierra Madre Police, closing down that road when the temperatures get very high or the winds come up in order as a proactive approach, because most of the bad fires have started from people playing around up on Chantry Flats Road?
There was a meeting scheduled for the 29th, which I believe was the Wednesday. I met all the people we were meeting with at the command post. We decided to cancel the meeting. Bruce was there. That is currently being looked at with the U.S. Forest Service in conjunction with Sierra Madre Police, Arcadia, LA County. We're all in that process as we speak. A meeting was being held last Wednesday as to the situation with the road, as to when the gates can be closed or should be closed. So those are ongoing talks right now.
I had a large problem getting accurate information. I'm on Liliano Drive, and I was the first group to be evacuated, and went out of the immediate area for the first night. And so having access to a TV wouldn't have helped anyway. But I thought the responsible thing to do was go to the Hart House. Nobody seemed to care. I said, do I have to register? Nobody seemed to know. And then by Monday, when I kind of hung around there, they said, oh, we really don't have any information. Watch the TV. They had the TV on. The TV said there would be an update at 6 p.m. And I went back to where I was then staying in Sierra Madre to be greeted by somebody, the person who lived there, saying, oh, I hear you're going home. And this was 5:30. So, there has to be a better way of knowing where the information should be obtained. I didn't want to keep calling the police department. I kept stopping by, a Grandview and waving to the people, the police officers there and saying, can I get in now? But, that wasn't a really reasonable way of doing it either. So I'm hoping that there will be some knowledge in the future of how you get information, accurate information.
We learned a lot from this fire, and I see our city manager was taking notes diligently there. Yes, that is one of the things we discovered in this fire is communication. How do we get the word out there? And that is on our list of things to address.